Yes, I'm back again. I will be taking chapter 4 of class 12 geography entitled Cycle of Erosion. This chapter is fully conceptual and please follow it properly. It tells us about the history of landforms. A landscape is in fact a product of the work of exogenetic and endogenetic forces. In other words, we can say that a landscape has a historical life and it has to pass through various stages like the youth, maturity and the old age. Consequently, the evolution of a landscape is imagined to be in a form of a cycle. That is, first there is the stage of youth, then maturity, then old age. This is actually the cycle of erosion or the geomorphological cycle. This concept of the cycle of erosion was proposed by W.M. Davis or William Morris Davis. He said that every landform has a definite life history during which it shows gradual changes as it follows from one stage to the other. He also stated that landscape is a function of structure, process and stage. What does the term structure mean? Structure means the structure of the landform actually, whether it is a folded area or a faulted area or whether it is made up of soft and hard rocks and so on. Process means what type of natural agencies are working on or what type of exogenetic processes are working on the landform. And lastly, stage is actually the time or the sequence at which it has been through the action of erosion. Now, as I told you, every landform has a history. That is, landforms are produced due to the work of erosion by various agents like the river, the glacier, the waves, the wind and so on. So, everything has a history, or we can call it the glacial cycle of erosion, arid cycle of erosion and so on. But the most predominant one is the fluvial cycle of erosion, which we call the normal cycle of erosion. Why normal cycle of erosion? Because the action of water is widespread. It is found in nearly every place of the surface of the earth. Now, according to Davis, there are 4 stages actually. The initial stage, the youthful stage, the stage of maturity and the old age stage. Now, during the initial stage, what happens actually? The land rises up due to some endogenetic or internal forces on which, so the initial landform which has been lifted up is ready to be eroded. I am just explaining the normal cycle. So we'll have the concept of the normal cycle and then we can go through the other cycles. So when the land is ready, when it is uplifted, the river works on it. The river starts working on it and develops small valleys. So this happens when the land has a great height. So the river starts working on it and the youthful stage of the river starts. So due to the great height of the landform, the river actually is very forceful. The gradient is maximum and it works with great force. So the predominant action of the river is mainly vertical erosion, whereby it cuts steep V-sided or V-shaped valleys. So there is little amount of transportation and practically no deposition in this stage. Next stage is the stage of maturity, where the landform reduces to a great extent and the river also loses its force, although the volume of the river increases due to the addition of water by the tributaries. So the predominant work is lateral erosion and some amount of transportation along with deposition. Deposition starts. Since there is lateral erosion predominating, therefore the valley which is cut is a wide V-shaped valley. Now as time passes on, then the river attains the stage of old age, where there is minimum erosion, the river loses its force, the height reduces to a great extent, the river reaches the base level of erosion and we find broad river valleys. So this is actually the cycle. When the old age stage is reached, again it is said that there is an upliftment of the land and again there is working upon it. Now the completion of the cycle of erosion is not always in the same mode. So there may be an upliftment when the river passes through the stage of maturity. So that is known as interruption. Alright, it may happen that during the stage of maturity, early maturity also, there is an upliftment. So there is an interruption to the stage of erosion. Now this interruption is marked by the nick point. That is, there is a break of slope. Now you can see the diagram over here. See, this one which is marked 0, please see properly, this is 0, first stage or the initial stage. There is no landform but the height is maximum. Then on the initial landform the river starts cutting its valley. So see, it is the first stage or the youthful stage, vertical erosion is predominant and steep sided valleys are formed. So this one is the this is the mature stage. See the reduction in land height and predominance of lateral erosion. And lastly you see, this is the base level of erosion. The land has come down to the base level of erosion and the valleys are very broad. The predominant action is deposition. So this is the cycle. This can be compared to the life, the total life of a man, woman, whatever. So a man or a human being or any animals also, they pass through all these stages. The youthful stage, when you just imagine the man having great vigor, great energy, working more. When he or she reaches the stage of maturity, the ability to work reduces. Alright, and lastly during the stage of youth, there is minimum ability of the person to work. So it is the same. Now I will explain you the three different stages. Now youthful stage. So youthful stage is the stage where the region has maximum height. Again I have to repeat, it cuts V-shaped valleys. The gradient is very steep. The vigor or the energy of the river is very high. Hence it cuts the valley deep, and some of the features which can be noticed during this stage is the gorges, the canyons, the interlocking spurs, the waterfalls. These are the main features which you can watch during this stage. Here you can see the diagram. The second diagram you can see this is the river. It is coming down and cutting V-shaped valley. Not much features are formed. You see, I have shown you one feature over here. See, this valley is very steep. So the action here is vertical erosion. Hence this steep sided V-shaped valley or I-shaped gorge or very steep sided canyons. Canyons are formed in the desert areas or the dry areas. So I hope this young stage is clear. Next is the mature stage. As I told you, the mature stage is attained when the landform reduces in height. There is irregular relief, and the predominant work is actually lateral erosion, whereby you can see that the valley is widened. There is sideward erosion, and the depth of the valley also reduces. And additionally, you will find some amount of deposition going on. The force of the river reduces, and you will find that the river starts meandering, right? So what are the prominent features formed here? You will find the formation of meanders, that is the bending of the river, the formation of alluvial fans at the base of the hills, the river terraces, levees, oxbow lakes. When the meanders are intensified, you will find formation of oxbow lakes and floodplains, etc. So you can see the picture over here. See how the river is meandering, right? And see, a part of the river is left out and the river crosses away. So this part of the river disconnected to the main river, actually it is horseshoe shaped lake known as the Oxbow Lake. It is disconnected with the main river. You can see the tributaries joining and increasing the volume of water. The level of land is comparatively low with regard to the younger stage. Lastly, we come to the stage of old age, right? Now, when the stage of the old age is reached, then the land, actually the river brings down the land to the base level, more or less to the base level of erosion, right? At this stage, the gradient is very, very gentle, and you will find that the river meanders are also looping more, actually. They are more intensified, and the energy of the river is lost, and the main work of the river becomes deposition. So you will find several depositional features, and the main depositional feature is the delta. Although all rivers do not form deltas, but the delta is the most predominant depositional feature formed. Deltas with distributaries at the mouth of the river. So, and you will see there is now, due to erosion and all, you will find remnants or residual rocks being left on the featureless plain. These remnants are known as monadnocks, and this featureless plain is known as the peneplain. So on the next day, we will discuss something more about the rejuvenation and the interruption to the fluvial cycle, and the rejuvenation and the features formed due to the rejuvenation of the river. Thank you.